Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, the Monday night Zoom edition, and been a very exciting day in Bitcoin and the markets today. Bitcoin's up over 15%, hit 44,000, has retraced a little bit, but yeah, it looks like UTC time just passed. So we're going to have a Bitcoin daily close well over 40,000, which is going to help increase the confidence of the overall, market and traders. I'm not sure exactly why it happened. Could check out some news items in Bitcoin. So let's look at the Bitcoin trading view chart. Okay, here's my day chart on Bitcoin. You guys seeing it okay? Thank you. And look at that big green candle. That's what we like. So it's like we closed over 43,000. So that's very encouraging. I had drawn a line here, but it went away. Huh. Oh yeah, here we go. It's hard to, maybe on the 1 hour chart I drew them. 4 hour, that's it. So some of you are familiar with crypto banter. I've talked about that off and on before, and it's in a couple of my videos. Sheldon, who's a technical analysis guy, and he likes to draw trend lines. And this is the kind of thing he would draw, these pink lines here, where he would look for a Bitcoin to say break through a trend line, retrace, and then pump up. So it would be like, this, and then, like that. So that's what I'm looking for, say in the next couple of days. Today we have the big pump, and then that might, you can just do something like this, drop, then shoot up, maybe take us into the mid to high 40s, and we could regain our confidence in Bitcoin and the crypto markets again. What may have caused this? Go to our news items here. Talking about freezing. There's the Russia versus Ukraine situation, and crypto has played a role in helping the Ukrainian army and relief efforts over there. So I think that's had something to do with it. I'm not sure if the Russian ruble crashing has something to do with it. The ruble's less than a penny now, and against Bitcoin, obviously, went down quite a bit. So I'm not sure if that's relevant or not, but maybe
somebody I followed was speculating that all the Russian oligarchs and were just putting all their money into crypto ahead of, financial market crisis.
That could be. And I do disagree with the Ukrainians about freezing the accounts of ordinary Russian citizens. That's not cool. For the oligarchs, I didn't know the
Ukrainians did.
Well, they're proposing it.
Okay.
And this is the other news item. Binance and Kraken refused the Ukrainian minister's request to freeze Russian accounts and those platforms, and I agree with their decisions there. Crypto is not supposed to be political. Probably any money source is going to be political to some degree. Can't help it. But anyway, so
there was also talk of that it was the end of the month, and some of the whales doing their end of month activity, because it was the last 2 hours of the month that it all happened.
Yeah, I mean, for us in the U.S., it was quite a bit earlier than that, but yeah, that the end of the month can spur on some activity. I don't know if we have options today, or if we have an options. I don't recall if that's an issue or not. And then, maybe this is just the trading cycle. I've talked about Terry Oliver and CryptNation and how he has his his day chart, his day cycle charts, and he thinks, and I agree with him, that we have a dip at the end of February and then takes off in early March. Maybe just happened a day or two early. Who knows? But regardless, we had a really good day today. Bitcoin is well over 43K. We'll see if that holds. I think if we can keep above 40, I mean, that'd be a much higher high on the day chart. That's the 4 hour.
Daily closed at 43. Something.
Right. Yeah, if we can, even if it closed lower tomorrow at like 41 or 42, that would still be overall bullish for Bitcoin in the overall market. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Yeah, it didn't move as much as Bitcoin. Bitcoin moved about 15%. Ethereum, well, it's just switched over because the UTC changed, but I think it was around 10 or 11% went up. But yeah, still made a really nice move here. And it's holding, still green on the day chart. So I like what I'm seeing. Pretty good for my Bitcoin and Ethereum bags. Not so good for a few shorts I have, but that's okay. It's more fun to long than it is to short. Any questions or comments on the overall market, Bitcoin and Ethereum? All right, well, how do we trade this? What do we do? Go to Altcoin Alert, see if they have any suggestions for us. Refresh the screen. As you new folks may know, I'm on the Altcoin radar, the second option, easy mode off. I want all the information. So if I sort by the AA score, I don't have anything very bullish, probably because, Altcoin Alert thinks everything's played out. Could be true. We do have bullish on Arweave. ICP was the highest one just a few moments ago, so I've got that chart up. That's something I've traded before, though it's been a while. Let's check it out. Okay. Oh yeah, I was tinkering with this. That's why I was a little late. All right, so this is the day chart, and it's just been trending down hard. It's hit, I think it had a Coinbase it's Coinbase listing right around here in August or September. It's hit $80. It's lost 3/4 of its value since then. But had a pretty nice move today, as did most of the coins. Did it beat Bitcoin? About the same as Bitcoin. And on the 5-minute chart, all right. Yeah, most of the coins are at the top of the Bollinger Band. One of my least favorite places to initiate a trade. So can we get dip trades here? I'm gonna throw a little curveball today and talk more about trend trading. So I think this market's gonna start trending up pretty hard like it did this summer. So it's gonna be hard to find decent dip setups, 1, 2, 3 dips like we like to find. So we should probably consider more trend trading, more squeeze trading, things like that. And there's some indicators that can help you with that. I've touched on them a few times in this calendar year, towards the end of last year. I'm going to talk about them a little bit more today because I think you're probably getting tired of hearing me say, set your, find support. You're right. I see some short-term support right here around 1750. Maybe here at 1950. Those could be a couple places where you could, put your price alerts on the 5-minute chart. I also like using indicator alerts on the 15-minute chart. On the MFI, I like to see a dip and then cross back up. Crossing up the 20 value, which is the oversold value on the bottom. Once per bar close, call it whatever you want, then you're good to go. The RSI I actually use a little more often. The 30 is considered oversold. So crossing up 30. Once per bar close, call it what you want, you're good to go. But let's say you don't want to do all that. What's an easier way to get a good entry? And dips are maybe a little scary. What if it keeps dipping? That's reasonable. We talked about ladder buying on here, but not everyone's comfortable with that. So if you want to do more trend trading, there's indicators on TradingView that can help you. If you just type in trend, there's all kinds of them. I've starred a few of them. There's a half trend, a super trend. This one here, shaft trend cycle or STC, I like for scalping for the 5-minute chart. Doesn't it's a little too sensitive, I think, for some of the other time frames. But and then I've talked a lot about the Chandelier Exit. And that's probably one of my favorites to use. I like to use it on the 15, 30, and 1 hour charts. And it's alert friendly, and it'll tell you when to get in and when to get out. I don't like it as far as telling me when to get out, but I do like it telling me when to get in. It's not as sensitive as I would like, so I don't use it on the 5-minute chart, but on the 15, 30, and 1 hour, depending on how I see the market going, I like to use it there. So I just added it to this ICP chart. It's it gave me a buy signal late last night. Had I been trading at that time, that would have been, and then I'm going to look at my other indicators. Oh, and you also, when you do set alerts on these, make sure it says CE, alert CE buy, use your once per bar close. Because if you choose only once, it can repaint. It means it'll flash and come back if it hasn't quite hit where it thinks it wants to hit. I'm not sure if I explained that very well, but just trust me on this, once per bar close or once per bar. And you call it what you want. So let's say it goes off, you're up late, you're up around midnight, and you want to check your other indicators. You got MFI trending up, RSI trending up. I don't often look for the MACD it's usually my third option. So it's crossing over. If you can see that very well. Yeah, it's crossing over about that time. So you got 3 indicators confirming, what the Chandelier Exit is saying. So if you had gotten in, I probably would have looked to this area here for an exit. It's about 5%. I love that as a day trader. And you would have hit the 5% right about here, 9 hours later, and that's a good day trade. So the Chandelier Exit is a really easy trend trading indicator, and use it with your other indicators that we've talked about before and catch those trends. So that's if you want to do something different than the dip trading I talk about. I still like dip trades. I still like getting in low and selling high. You can't beat that. But buying medium and selling high is good too, especially in a trending up market. So now what happens if you see this too late? Well, you do the same alert. You wait for a pullback like here. Like let's say you put let's say it's yesterday. You miss this one, and then you see it, but you think the market's going to go up, so you set your alert. The sell one kicks in. It's not in very long, and then another buy one kicks in. So so you're good to go. You make you look at your other indicators, and look at your retrace potential, 3.5%. It's a good day trade. You're out in 3 hours, 3.5. So that's good stuff. But remember, make sure to match up what you see here with the other indicators. Your knowledge of the price action, checking Bitcoin. I mean, it's not, you don't just trade off the Chandelier Exit, the buy and sell signals. If you do that, you'll lose money. We don't want that. So anyway, any questions on ICP or this approach, the Chandelier Exit indicator, anything else? Really, I thought you guys would speak up on that. Okay.
Actually, go through the whole process. Like, go back to where we found ICP, find another one, then go in here and show everybody the whole process from point A to point B.
Okay. I will do that. I will exclude the dip
Point
approach
Z, actually.
and just
Exclude the dip. Yeah, well, unless it shows a dip. I mean, if we look
it's highly
straight
unlikely,
at,
but
yeah, it is today. It is.
All right, cool. So I can do that. Altcoin Alert, we had ICP. Let's look at Arweave. Okay, so I'm on the 15-minute chart. Let's say it's not pumping as much as I thought as it is today. Let's say this is a couple days ago. I might use the 30-minute chart instead. I want a stronger trend, a stronger signal. So I'm looking at this at say 8:30 in the morning. I think the overall trend is positive, but I've missed the buy signal. It's already pumped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this buy signal. It doesn't really matter which one you use. You can set an alert on this like you would any other indicator. Add an alert on CE buy once per bar close, call it whatever, and I'm good to go. So it drops, the sell signal kicks in, but it doesn't drop that much, and another buy kicks in, later on that evening. So that's gonna go off right about here, at 29.58. The MFI is trending up. The RSI is going sideways. That's a concern, and I don't have confirmation on the MACD. So I might not take this trade right away because I've only got, well, actually at that point, yeah, the RSI is going sideways, MFI is up. So I probably want to have confirmation by the RSI. So I don't have that yet. Sure enough, the next couple half-hour sequences, it drifts down. I might put an alert here on the SMA line. And then when that goes off, then get in, and then, check my indicators again. The MFI is trending up. The RSI is trending up. MACD is kind of sideways. If I got these two in going the way I want, then I usually feel pretty good. If the candle action is going the way I want, so then I would probably get in right on this green candle. Look for, see if it can retrace back here to where it was earlier in the day, and it does that, right about here in 10, 9-10 hours. So, but this goes off in a situation where we don't have agreement between the indicators. You may have to wait and do what I call like a confirmation alert. That's when I use either some price action or the SMA line, or maybe the Bollinger Band, or maybe something on the might set an alert on the RSI that when it comes up to a certain level, like then I would get in. So it's not a great example. I'm sorry, but at least that should show you how to use the Chandelier Exit to catch a trend and start your evaluation from there. So any questions on that? Let's go to our long-term sentiment sort. All right, so on this, we're looking for very bullish or bullish under the long-term sentiment. Then we want that confirmed by the Elder Impulse Daily. So we get the technical and the word on the street. Again, long-term sentiments, the Twitter information, the word on the street, what people are talking about online, and then the Elder Impulse is a technical indicator that Bryce talks about a lot. It measures momentum and price action. So when we have these,
Luna, yeah,
when we have these in accord, then it's worth a look. So yeah, I traded Luna a couple times today. Let's check it out. All right, so on the day chart, this is where going to the day chart is valuable because Luna was over $100 not that long ago in late December. And it's coming up on it again. So here it is at 99.22. It wicked up to about 101 in late December. And it's coming up there again. The 1 hour, yeah, big pump today. Last couple days. It's probably been one of the better moving coins, over 80% in 4 days. Wow. On the 5 minute. Yeah,
That is spooky.
indeed. So on the
Bryce
5
did
minute.
say that was a great coin.
Yeah, okay, I'm hearing some background noise. I see Brianna's here. Hello.
Hi, CJ. What's
Hi,
up?
good to have you. Are you the one making some background noise? I can't have that.
Probably.
So
I'm gonna
yeah.
mute me. Mute.
All right, thank you. I'm sure you feel free to speak up later, but for now. Okay. Okay, Mark is asking a question about carbon. Mark will talk about carbon after I'm done here with the Altcoin Alert and the iCoinPro. So, all right, so Luna on the 5 minute chart is bounced off the top of the Bollinger Bands, trending down now. So there's a couple places you could get in here. I might be tempted because there's such good candle action here as support. I'd be tempted just to put an alert here, a price alert around $84, $85. And then if it keeps dropping, a second, ladder buy alert down here around 75. So those would be my 2 positions, and just take it from there. Or you could do the trend alerts. I mean, the indicator alerts that we talked about on the 15 minute chart with the MFI and the RSI. Or you could do what we just talked about, the Chandelier Exit. There are a bunch of trend different indicators. I mean, I do kind of like this one. There might be some better than this, but I've had some reasonably good success with this on 15, 30 minute, 1 hour charts. So put your alert here on the, make sure it's not the BB, that's the Bollinger Band. And buy once per bar close, Chandelier Exit or trend trade or whatever you want to call it. Click create and you're good to go. So what'll happen is, since it's already in a buy, when it drops, kicks in a sell, and then when the buy kicks in again, which would probably be later tonight or tomorrow, that's when you would get in on some momentum going up. So assuming that the MFI and RSI agree with that. So okay, that's how I would handle Luna. Any questions on that? Couple chat comments. Okay. Let's look at one more on Altcoin Alert, and then we'll move over to iCoinPro. Keep is the other one that on the long-term sentiment sort was bullish on the long-term sentiment and the Elder Impulse Daily. So I think that's worth a look. Let's check out Keep. On my list. It's on Coinbase. All right. On the day chart, had a pretty big, it's well over $1 here back in October. Lost most of that. It's at 81 cents now. So it is making up some of that ground. On the hour, a pretty good move. Yeah, 50% in the last 4 days. Nice move. 5 minute chart. All right. Wow, very squeezy here. Just going sideways. Don't like this at all as an entry point. So let's just see if we got any price. Not really. The support is around 77 cents. I just made a move. Is Bitcoin pumping? Not really. All right. Well, just shot up there. We were at 81.2 and then just shot up to like 82.9 very quickly and then dropped again. So somebody must have bought a bunch of keep. Anyway, so I don't like this entry. I don't see a really good support area, kind of sort of this one, 77 cents. That might be a good entry point. You set your alert there on the price action. Be good to go. 15-minute chart. Got the MFI kind of in the middle, so it could dip down. You know, it has dipped, it has responded nicely after dips to not 20, but about the 25 area. So you might want to put an alert crossing 25 instead of crossing 20. You see how these dips in the MFI don't quite make it to the 20 area, the oversold area, but then have really nice moves up. Yeah, if you see that, then you put your alert value crossing up 25 once per bar close and you're good to go. So at least you're not good to go. You're good to continue your evaluation. Obviously, you can do the same thing on the RSI and the 30. And we're actually in a sell on the Chandelier. So you might get, and it's trending up a little bit, put your buy alert in now. You might get this tonight, maybe in an hour or so. And you'd be good to go on the Chandelier exit, assuming you have confirmation with your other indicators. So yeah, any questions on Keep? All right. All right, well, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert. Any questions on that before we move over to iCoinPro? iCoinPro, let's look at the fear and greed index. Still fearful as of yesterday. I think this will change considerably tomorrow. I'm on the Buddy coin crawler now. Let's look at the RSI SPY. These are my two favorite info sources on iCoinPro. It's showing everything is overbought. This doesn't surprise me with the way we've had, about everything's up over 10% today. So you could try to short some of this stuff if you're on leverage. I'm not real comfortable in shorting this market right now, so I don't really find any of this very useful at the moment. Let's see if we can find some longs. See if there's anything oversold. No, they're all Bitcoin pairs, which doesn't surprise me since Bitcoin went up 15%. Some of those pairs are going to go down because the other part of the pair did not go up as much. And unfortunately, there's no way to eliminate Bitcoin pairs. I don't like trading them, day trading them anyway, because it's like trading two coins, and can't quite wrap my head around that. I've done it before, but I even traded Ethereum pairs for 1 month, and that was weird too. So I'm not seeing anything very useful at the moment on the RSI SPY. Let's see if there's something we could at least put an alert on. No, they're all Bitcoin pairs. Then values over 40 on the 1 hour is not helpful to us. So let's check out the other info source that I like. It's a Buddy coin crawler. This shows us what's moving. I sort by the average low to SMA. The low is a 24-hour low. The SMA line is that red line you see between the Bollinger Bands on my charts. And I'm looking for values 5% or higher in this column, and then volume 10 million or more. We've got the CVX I was looking at earlier. 6%, not quite 10 million, but pretty close. I think this trades on KuCoin or Binance, or yeah, there we go, Binance. So let's look at the day chart. Binance listing started in late December. It's got a couple months of activity, but just gone pretty much straight down since then. Pretty good move today. It's up 21% in 10 hours. Really nice move. Which is why it's on the Buddy Coin Crawler list. On the 5-minute, towards the top of the, above the SMA line, towards the top of the Bollinger Band. Don't like that as an entry. So it's going to be the, well, we do have some support here right around 1768. That might be a good entry. You know, put your price alert there around 1750, 1760. So that's an option for a better entry. Then we can use our indicators on the 15-minute chart. You know, 20 above for the MFI, 30 above for the RSI. And let's look at a different trend indicator. I kind of like this shaft trend cycle. I mentioned earlier, I use it for scalping. You can use it for this as well. But it's very sensitive, so it'll go off a lot and it won't always match up to your other indicators. So
Have you tried stochastic oscillators?
yeah, I've used
That's what I
those.
prefer.
I've used those on the 1-minute chart for super scalping. And
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah.
I don't recall if, I think that's incorporated either in the STC or the Chandelier or both. Because a lot of these trend indicators are incorporating other indicators. They're not unique. They're incorporating it and assigning separate values and things like that. So forgive me for not recalling exactly how this one works, but that could be another one you use. You right click on here, add an alert. It'll give you a buy, you know, or a sell. I don't really care about the band crossover. So, you know, set your buy or sell. If you're looking to buy this one, you kind of miss that opportunity. Set that alert I just showed you. When it dips, then starts to trend back up, that'll be the time to look and see if the other indicators agree with you. Like this one went off here, you know, it just went sideways, and you know the RSI was trending down, the MFI was going up, so I would ignore that. I wouldn't take that one. And the short one goes off here. Both of them are trending down, so that would interest me. You know, it's towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Looks like it's going into a dip sequence. You know, so I'd be all over that one, and that would have been 8%. You know, 8% move. That's really good. So this one's more sensitive than this Chandelier Exit, but another one you might want to put in your arsenal, or even put both of them on there. I've got one of my layouts that has both of them on there. But you know, don't put 18 indicators on here. Some of them do the same thing, or they're very similar. You know, one could argue that the MFI and the RSI are pretty similar. They look similar at the moment, but they do disagree some here. Here it's trending up, here it's trending down. So
What does MFI stand for?
the money flow index. It's the
Money flow index.
amount of
Okay.
cash going into the token at the time. So follow the money.
Green for cash. Follow the money.
Yeah, that's it. All right, any questions on CBX?
Okay, I'm looking at your indicator line for the STC, which I'm assuming is stochastic.
That's the SHAF, probably after the
Uh,
guy who named it Trend something, but
STC. Okay, so everything on MFI and RSI are showing above like it's gonna top, it's gonna have to head down.
Mhm.
But yet this is, okay, it's showing green to buy. I see where we're at
Yeah,
on the very, toward the, yeah, there.
right. That would have
Okay, so
triggered
heading in
after this
there.
big move here.
Okay. Okay, I'm
And-
caught up.
all right.
I'm with you now.
Okay.
I just wasn't familiar with that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. So let's look at one more on the Buddy coin crawler, see if we can find one. Pearl, that's pretty low volume. ARPA, I've traded before.
That would be pretty cool if we went kind of one section one day into how to analyze the different indicators properly,
Mm-hmm.
like specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to show, and that's a good idea. I'm trying to show how to, use Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro practically and get better entries. What you're talking about is something I've done before. I have talked about how I've done my trading view chart setup and things like that, and why I use the indicators I use. I need to update that. I don't think I've done one with the
I love the
trend-based stuff.
Yeah, the core knowledge of how to. So I'm like, how do I read the indicator to know when would be a good time to buy in,
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'll yeah, maybe I'll do that in the near future.
I'll research some indicators. I like the stochastic oscillator personally and the RSI, but yeah, it is all are very similar because they all calculate the same flow. So
yeah, and we all have things we like. If you look at Bryce's charts, he's got the volume, the VP/VR on the right side all the time, showing volume, and that's that's what he likes to do. I've tried that one. I just don't like the visual of it. So
I'm very visual. Yeah,
it's cluttering up the right side of my screen. I don't like it, so I just rely on this for volume, and I've got volume incorporated in some of these indicators anyway, so that's just my preference. But there's no necessarily right answer. You may, you like that the RSI oscillator, that's fine. That's a good one.
Right.
So whatever works for you. Of course, the real issue is results. If you use something and you put things together and you have consistent results, then that's good stuff. I don't want to like something just because it's pretty.
Right.
I like these Christmas colors. I'll use this. We don't want that. So
say the president.
How do you get to those?
Yeah. Okay.
How do you get
What'd
to
you say,
those
Anna?
volume indicators?
Okay. Did Annalena have a
How do you
question?
get to
She
the-
got a little drowned out there.
Yeah. How do you get the indicators to show volume to the right there? I've been trying to find that.
The VPVR. That's if I can remember it.
Volume, yeah.
Yeah. Volume profile visible range. So if I click that on, yeah, there it is.
VPVR. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the one. So and see, it's in here cluttering up my Bollinger Bands. I mean, I can scoot it over, but now I've got less of a history, and I like retraces, so I want to see as much as I can.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
great.
all right, go away that. Okay, where was I? I was going to look at ARPA. Yeah, let's look at ARPA. Okay, day chart. Okay, a big move up here, 22 cents, lost most of it. Had some recovery, we lost a lot of it again. So this one's due for a comeback. And it had a move of 15%. Not bad, about the same as Bitcoin. The 5-minute chart. At the top of the Bollinger Band. Some pretty good short-term support here at about 7.5 cents. So that's where I would want to put a price alert and try to get in there. And a secondary price entry would be down here. We've got some more support right around 7.15 cents. So that would be another way to do it. And then we got your 15-minute MFI RSI alerts that we talked about many times. If you want to go trend, you can try the an alert here on the STC or the Chandelier Exit like I showed you before. So sorry to skip through that pretty quickly. Any questions on ARPA or Buddy Coin Crawler, iCoinPro? All right, then I will throw this open to questions on any crypto matter you want to talk about related to day trading or the overall market. And if you don't have any, I'll be wrapping it up here.
Just one, CJ, on iCoinPro, are there any other places that you use to help you find trades?
No.
No, just those two.
Just those two.
Okay.
Now, they do have the trade finder option, but I think it's slow. And it'll tell you if a dip or a squeeze has happened, but it won't tell you which dip has happened. I need to tinker with that some because that could help in my scalping. If I can catch first dips in a 1, 2, 3 dip pattern, that's good stuff. So I was trying to do that and it wasn't working. So I got to maybe talk to Justin and see if I can work something out. That's very specific to me. That's probably not going to help you guys out that much, but I do like the two things I showed you. I use them every day. So.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay, well.
CJ, there's been some predictions in the market that the market's going to go up to about where it is now and then take another dip down to about 30K, low 30s. What do you think about that?
I think that's kind of drastic. It doesn't really coincide with my friend Terry Oliver's charts and cycles. So Terry and I spoke today, and he was looking for a dip down in the low 40s, maybe high 30s today or tomorrow, and then a pretty nice rebound into March.
Alan, who's obviously a disciple of Terry, basically said that most of the bearish signals have been invalidated by today's price action. So.
That's correct. So yeah, his he didn't even talk about bearishness today, or I mean divergence today. So
no offense, but we've been burned way too often. One more dip's got to be there. One more. I'm telling you.
And then there's
it's been a rough few months.
your basic trader hunch, like Laura just just shouted out. I tend to agree with that too.
I don't care. It's coming. I know it. I just don't know when.
I want to ladder buy in some of my positions that have been beaten down, and I'm resisting because I want to see if this is for real. So that's what I think. I didn't quite hear you, Brianna. Or is that someone else?
I said the element of surprise. You never know what you're gonna get.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up here for Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro. If you're in Carbon, feel free to hang around, and we'll chat about that shortly.